All right, folks, welcome back to Drive Beyond Horizons, where we have our monster van that's about to not be a monster truck anymore because I want to put the original van wheels on here. That way we could get an accurate parts count for how many parts we need to finish this. Now, if you missed last episode, we found a ton of parts on this thing. It was actually really awesome. So I'm hoping today is the same thing. Also hoping to finish that freaking car that I'm towing around the Gulf. It's unstable even towing it. Like, I am convinced, and you know, maybe it's not a thing. I'm convinced the car is kind of broken. I don't know what it is about it, but hold on. Do we have the parts? I see is that a truck or a van? That is a truck. Well, gosh darn it. I'm looking for a van. You know, we might as well stop here, get some supplies real quick. Let's do the tire swap. So I want to thank you guys for all the love and support on this series. We're still going strong. We're trying to complete these vehicles, trying to beat some updates because I don't know if they're going to remove anything, just like I'm removing these tires right now because, you know what? I had my fun with this. Honestly, the monster truck tires were stable, and I know some people might be like, well, Camodo, why are you getting rid of these? Well, you know, the ultimate goal is to get these things to OEM. So right now we're at 51 out of 81 parts, but I have all original tires in here. Now, I still need to paint these bad boys, but let's put that one right there. I got one more. Actually, I might have two more in here, don't I? Oh, I do. All right, let's go ahead and put this last one on real quick. Boom. We're at 63 out of 81. That's really not bad at all. I mean, of course, I'm probably going to get hung up on like one or two parts because that's the way this game works. By the way, I tried to load back a save. I flew through the windshield last episode. I did break it. When I load it back up, the save was acting funny, so I don't have a windshield again, which kind of sucks, not going to lie. But I think we'll find one. Watch, that's going to be the last part I'm going to have to search for is a windshield. Yeah, I didn't know you can go through the windshield, so I need to start buckling up for safety because that's the thing. I mean, I've flown through windshields, but I don't think I've ever seen one shatter the way that one did. And honestly, it was worth it because it was funny. But would I do it again? Probably not. So yeah, buckle up for safety. That's like a PSA for everybody at home. So you guys can hit the thumbs up button for some more Drive Beyond Horizons. And let's go clean up some of our new parts here. Okay, we're going to scrape the door down. Get that nice and clean. We got the front grille we found. There's a really big bumper to this van, which is awesome looking. So I'm hoping we find that this episode. And then let's scrape a little bit of the door at least. There we go. I think I've got another one of these inside. I just wanted to use this one up real quick. And it's all used up. Yeah, let's just get back on the road here. Let's see. There is some stops coming up. I want to try to beat some of these before it's night. That way we don't have to deal with the zombies. But yeah, truly, we did find a lot of parts. I'm missing the passenger seat. I believe there's a floorboard piece. I think there's a little, which I haven't been looking for it. There's like an enclosure there. It might be like a glove box cover. I'll need to pull the parts list back up. But yeah, I hope to find something like that. But man, you know, even the normal tires look good on this thing. Like, they're nice, big, beefy tires. Even though the one on the back oddly looks bigger, but I don't think it is. It's the correct tire, I believe. Also, I need to check a finished version of this van because I'm convinced that ladder, does it just do what it does on the back? It looks like it should be connected to something, right? Or maybe it's just so high because of the handles itself. That might be a thing. Also, well, look at that. That's a VW right there. It's a VW without any freaking mirrors, isn't it? Hey, there's a windshield out here. Hold on, look around. What else is here? Yeah, not a lot with this. Got some underglow. There is a horn over there. There's that's a radio, I believe. Yeah, not a whole lot. That's great. Maybe there's some well, there's really not much on top. That does suspiciously look like a van part up there, though. So maybe, wait a minute. Hold on. Is this the mirror I need? There ain't no way this is the mirror I need, right? Is this it? Heck yeah, I will take that. Yeah, hold on, let me check the door panels on the inside. I think I have door panels on both doors, so we're good there. But yeah, there's van parts spawning here, oddly enough. So I really need to search this stop out and see what I can find. Also, there's some water here. Just gonna dunk this over my head. I don't know who's keeping all this water out here in the apocalypse. Hopefully we'll get some explanations soon. Also, I need the radiator for the van. Wait, could this be? I don't think this is part of the van. I want to say, is this a VW part? It looks like a floor mat, right? You know, I'm going to stick this over here. I might need to put that inside just in case. Also, here's my Mary Poppins device. We just stick this ladder under us. You know, ladders don't work in the traditional sense in this game. I mean, they do, but it's a lot more complicated instead of just floating up to the top as I struggle to get up to the top of this building. Wait, there we go. We got up to the top. All right, what's up here? I saw... oh, wait a minute. That is not... Is that a diesel door? No, that's not anything I need. Okay, I thought... Oh, we gotta set this off real quick. There we go. Set up some firecrackers. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Boom, pretty. I like the firecrackers in the game. What is... That's a gas pedal. Hold on. I do believe that the gas pedal... Now, this might just go to... Wait a minute. Does this go to the VW? Or does this actually go to the van? Hold on. Let's just check. I don't think it's a VW pedal. It might be a van pedal. Hold on. So, I noticed this. If you look to the far right there... Oh, I didn't mean to detach that, but I think I have to get it out of the way. That pedal there, the van pedal mounts up from the floor. Oh my goodness, it's stuck. It's like jammed there. It looks like it would be this pedal. Oh, it is the pedal. Nice. Holy man. Okay, it feels like I'm finding the difficult parts. Now, one part I need to keep an eye out for. There is an antenna on this thing. I know I've seen them before out in the wild, but it's definitely a thing where I'm like, okay, it's a small part. It's probably going to be pretty hard to find. I'm going to do one last scan over of this stop, and then we'll leave. But I need to be very careful and try to find that part because it is it's a tiny one. I'm hearing a clipping noise. What is that noise? It sounds like something's breaking inside of this. Is that a thing? Also, is that another? Yes, it is. Okay. We're going to start, you know, I don't think I checked the dash on that last one. I don't know. I'm getting so tired of this VW. It's driving me absolutely insane. No dash in this one. I feel like I never see dashes spawn in with these or pedals. I don't know what it is about this vehicle, but that's like two parts I never see. Hold on. Let's search on the ground. What is that? Oh, it's a piece of wood. There was it looked like a dash piece under there. And there's the back window. We got a license plate, wheel. There is a, holy man, no, that's a tail light. Never mind, don't need those. Pretty sure I have all those on. Yeah, that's not really finding much out here. Yeah, I've never wanted to actively ditch a vehicle as fast as I do on that car back there. It was cool, like the engine configuration's good, the acceleration's good, it's just the handling's really, really awful on it. And I don't know what it is. I feel like the handling changes from, every time I, load up the save, it feels like it handles differently, and I'm not really sure why. It could just be, one of those things where I'm imagining that, and it's perfectly okay, but I think a lot of my viewers have confirmed that they have problems with this car and the handling, so I feel like, honestly, people are like, oh, well, maybe the van's gonna be the toughest in the game because of how many parts it has, but I honestly think the VW is the toughest one to complete, especially if you're just driving the VW. Okay, what is over here? I'm gonna stop into here, see if I can find something. No cars, though. Yeah, when I was driving, I was like, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put a seatbelt on. Now I've come to the realization, is that a seatbelt mount? Do I have it? Wait, does this car even have seatbelts? Or is this, a really deadly car? Hold on, I gotta check the Wikipedia page to see a parts list. I'm starting to second guess. I'm like, does this car even come with seatbelts? Oh, maybe it's a lap belt. Nope, I'm not seeing a lap belt. Hold on, I'm gonna check the parts list. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. So looking at this parts list, there's hubcaps too for this thing. Okay. Definitely need to find those. I don't see any seatbelt parts though. Also, fun fact, there's a front license plate light, which I didn't know that was a thing. I need to check I don't have a front license plate. I'm assuming the light would go maybe on the big front bumper. All right, let's keep moving here. But yeah, you just got to be careful driving this car. Unless I'm just not seeing the seatbelt, which, that might be a thing too. I do have YouTuber vision, but I feel like there isn't one. Okay, coming up to another stop. I keep finding these things. I'm finding them everywhere. I'm just not finding the parts that I need for them. Wait, is there... Oh, I thought I saw a pedal on the ground. Well, there might be a pedal on the ground over here. All right, shut this down. Yeah, it's like you're finding them in the same spot. Wait, is that a pedal? That is a pedal. Is that a pedal I need? I really don't know. It looks like the same pedal that I've collected. Like I have a million of these things right now. Isn't going to keep us from popping this open real quick and then maybe just seeing. I need that. Need the some of the mirrors. Wait a minute. So if I set this pedal like this is the exact same pedal that I have in here. Okay, so I take that one off. Look, it's yellow. Okay, so we got a green pedal to the left. We have a... Is this the same? No, this is an opposite pedal. Look. This, I should have all three because, okay, so this one goes on green here. But then when I put this one up, that one's actually green. That's the first time I think I've actually gotten the pedals right. Holy man. What the heck? That's a thing. Okay, so I think this is going to come down to mirrors. I need 2 mirrors on this. If I can get 2 mirrors, I put the tires back on, which that would add 4 parts, so that would put me at 52. I need to go back over the parts list. What else am I missing here now? Yeah, okay, well, I think the biggest pain in the rear end, which was the pedals, is now finally done. So I'm pretty happy about that. I need a dash because, you know, Camodo's an absolute idiot and loses the dash. Not to say that there isn't a dash around here, though. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Probably isn't one. Also, I think I need maybe some lights for this. Yeah, honestly, I'm so happy about that. The pedal situation was bothering me on that car. So we've got that taken care of. I'm just kind of going over, looking at the parts. Yeah, it's definitely a mirror thing, which, yeah. I've missed some mirrors out in the wild. I've had people timestamp when I've missed them. And I am absolutely kicking myself in the rear end about not being able to spot those. I don't know. Maybe it's just, like I said, YouTuber vision. Yeah, because if I had those, I probably would be about done with it. Okay, so let's keep looking. I'm probably going to miss another one. You know, that's the one thing I fear. You know, people have, like, weird, like, anxieties about certain things. My anxiety is checking my comment section and then seeing that I missed, like, the most obvious thing ever, and I'm just like, oh. Yeah, it kind of makes you feel stupid. But it's fine. You know, it's completely acceptable. By the way, there's an antenna in here. This is definitely not the antenna. Let me confirm that that's an antenna spot. It's on top, isn't it? Is it? Well, it doesn't look... There's a little slot, like a notch open. I feel like that's where the antenna goes, but it's got to be the antenna for the van. Hold on, let me confirm. I've got license plates on both ends, right? Yeah, no, I've got the license plate on and everything. Yeah, I need to jump back into this and figure out what exactly I'm missing out of here. Just confirm me, I've got floor mats in here. Yeah, I've got both floor mats. They're really hard to see. So, yeah, it is the mirrors. You've got the dash piece that I'm missing for sure. I went over a couple other parts, but... yeah, we're slowly going to finish this thing. I am committed to it. Even though, like, I really want to get rid of it. Like, I couldn't possibly do it. I'm so close to the end. So, yep, let's keep grinding away at it. Why don't we? It's fine. We fixed the pedals, though. That's a big relief. I know I've got the right pedal configuration now. The first VW I had was just kind of bugged out. And all the pedals were stacked on top of each other. And I could only, like, put 2 in. This time, they're actually separated. It looks fine. Okay, on the open road here, we do have a garage stop. Like, it's just stops galore right now. I like this. We're going to quickly stop at this one and see if I can find... actually, it's really just looking for the vehicles themselves. Let me just pop the doors open. Give it a little look in there. Maybe we'll run around back just to see if there's anything of interest in here. What vehicles do we have today? We have... Oh, there is a van in here. Okay. Can't complain there. Wait, why can't I grab this? Okay, there it goes. I don't think... That's not an original part, I don't believe. So, there is something that's strange with this van. You can mount... I'm pretty sure you can mount this seat in the back. I need to look at the van's part list, because I don't think it's actually on there. So, it's at 65 out of 60... Or 81. And then, if I grab this... Check this out. Does this actually go in the back? I mean, it's green. Wait, what? Yeah, it's still at 65. So it's like you could just attach that back there, but it doesn't. It shows green, but it doesn't affect the overall parts. I don't know. It's a little weird. Let me dig into here. I imagine we could maybe find ourselves some good stuff in here. Maybe some parts that we don't have. I'm hoping there's the engine. Do you have a radiator in here? That would be absolutely golden if you had the radiator. There's the floorboard piece. That's the one for the main seat. I got another window here. I actually think I have my windows all figured out. Oh, there's 2 rear bumpers in here? You gotta be kidding me. How do you not have the main bumper? That's the big thing I'm looking for, like the big front one. That would be incredible. I've already got the gear shifter, got all that. There's still that piece missing in there. Okay, let's start looking at the ground here and see if I can spot something. You know, it's a real big bummer is that there is no, like, blinkers or anything on here. That kind of sucks. Also, I don't even know where those license... Actually, this is a license plate? It is a very rusty and crusty one. Can I put this on without having that front bumper on? It doesn't look like it. What about... Do I have a rear... I think I do have a rear plate on right now. Yeah, I have a rear plate. This looks like... I mean, it might not even go to it. I'm going to stick it in the back. It might stick onto that front bumper, which, speaking of, do we have that front bumper on site anywhere? Looking up there. Also looking for... There's a small piece up there. I might need to hop up there. I got to figure out what that is. Do you have the antenna in here? The antenna would be amazing to find, too. Not seeing it. It might be around back, too. I got plenty of cleaning supplies, also, if I want to keep cleaning this thing up. Let's see. There's a seat, another ladder. There's a front bumper. I'm not seeing it. I see that antenna. That's not the antenna that we're looking for, though. Okay, while we're at it, we might as well go ahead and clean up the rest of this van, at least the parts that I have right now. Clean up that. That freaking ladder's a little hard to get to. I can definitely see that I'm cleaning it up. It's just actually hitting. I might need to dismount it. Oh, no, I got this. It's going to take quite a bit of scrubbing. We can get it all cleaned up. Just waiting for the little sword noise. There it goes. Okay, and then we got our back bumper here. I do need to check for any sort of lights on the rear there. I don't understand how you don't... Like, why can't you not clean up the wheels while they're mounted on? Anybody else find that a little odd? Like, I wish that was a thing. All right, I'm going to stick some of these back in here. Let me go grab some... there's a lot of spray cans and stuff in here, which is good. A little bit heartbroken about the lack of radiator in here. That'd be nice. I already got the battery, so I'm good there. Let me go and grab a couple of these bad boys. There we go. Get that. Also would love to find maybe... a front windshield would be nice. That'd be a great piece to find right now. I am a little concerned. Okay, so let me check windows here. So that one's green. I thought there was a window that turned yellow on me, which is this one. Which is weird considering it looks the exact same as this one. Which that one turns green. Hold on, does this turn... Oh, can I not take... Okay, this window doesn't come off. Yeah, that's... Has anybody else experienced that? Like, it looks like an identical square window, but apparently it is not. Which... That kind of sucks. Hold on, is there any lights on here? What about the overhead? Oh, this is a light. Hold on, I might already have this on the car. But yeah, this is a overhead... Which I think this is the part that's on the roof that I was talking about. Hold on. Oh, gosh darn it. I already have this part. Wait, is there another mounting spot? Would this be... I'm going to stick this in the back just in case. Sometimes the lights come in like pairs or even threes, I think, depending on if they mount to the bumper. I need to grab my my ladder here, and we're going to go up to the top of the building. Ladder physics. Yes. Also, license plate. No, that's not what I'm looking for. There is a light up here. That might be a license plate light. I'm going to throw that down there and take it with me. We've got a... Hold on. I wouldn't happen to need this, do I? Also, there is... Oh, there's another light in here, too, that I'm gonna shove down. It's potential I might need this one, too. Okay. Hopefully I can find these. I'm going to have to get the thing back out. This mirror, by the way. This mirror looks like it could potentially... No, this is way too big for... Oh, that doesn't even fit at all. Hold on, maybe it goes this way? No? This isn't the mirror for this. I still haven't found the side mirror. No, it's not. I'm going to keep that one on there for a second, though, just in case I find something to do with it. Alright, I'm going to bring these little lights over there, see if I can just put these in the car. Maybe I'll need them, maybe I won't. I need to find the bumper first and get that mounted on. I don't think it belongs on the back. When in doubt, just grab the part, stick it in the car, especially if it doesn't take a lot of space up, and then your audience will be like, hey, this goes here, or you'll eventually look it up on the Wikipedia page and be like, oh, no, this goes over here. Also, real quick, you guys happen to have a red in here. I'm looking for, that's what I'm looking for right there. I think I can finish painting all the panels on my van, at least get it fully red. I like the orange wheels. Not gonna lie, they just need to be clean. Is this the same red? Yep, that is the red I was looking for. Hold on. I think somebody said it looks like Little Tykes colors, which we're definitely not going for that. I don't need... honestly, the back doors being yellow don't look bad, but... Oh, am I gonna run out? Oh, come on. You guys have to have another red in here, right? Also, I really hope I'm not missing something, because I'm sure there's somebody staring at this, like, screaming. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I've got all the rear seats, but Let me double check this one. I'm pretty sure I actually filled them all out last episode. This doesn't happen to go into the front, does it? No, it does not. And then in the rear, I've got the table, the 2 seats, and the 3 across there, so it wouldn't go into there. So I might as well clean up those pedals while I'm here. Look at that, the interior is also looking pretty spicy too. All right, let's get back on the road. I grabbed some extra parts. I got them all in the back of the van. I'll sort through them and see what goes to what. I need to find the front windshield and the really big front bumper. I know I've seen those bumpers several times. I was even asking, I was like, what vehicle does this go to? Little did I know that it actually went to a van. It looks like a big, mean off-roading bumper. But I guess this is like a rugged, like all-terrain van, so makes sense. Also, can I hit the speed bump at full speed? Wow, that one didn't affect it. If I hit that full speed in the GTR, I go flying. Also, I'm a little afraid of the seatbelt situation. Let's try not to hit any poles. Well, would you look at that? We have another VW. This VW has a door outside of it that has a mirror, which I've seen the mirrors several times. I just have failed to pick them up each and every time, but we have the correct one now. So let's take this one off here. Put this one on here. Okay, so if we attach that, that's 49. Like I said, always add 4 parts there, so technically we were at 54. There were 3 parts away. If you wouldn't happen to have the other mirror, and would you please make me look better by giving me a dash? Nope, there is not going to be a dash in there. I was hoping for a dash, but, you know, I'll take a mirror. Oh, there's a little antenna there, too. That's the... a lot of people say they can't find these. It's the little antenna that goes over there. I've got one already on, but I just wanted to show you guys that. That looks like the spoiler, or that might be the lip there. Yeah. You know what? It was definitely worth it to at least stop for the one mirror. I'm looking around. There's another pedal there. Any more mirrors? No. He didn't get to be that generous with me, but we're getting there. We're almost done with it. I can almost drop that freaking car off. It would be nice just to be solo in the van for a bit. I think probably next vehicle, there's the truck is a good one. And then you have these small... How many more vehicles do I have to go, by the way? It's the truck. There's a small little car with like a cargo attachment in the back. And then the diesel is one that I haven't fully completed. I like this, though. It feels like we're on this epic journey together. I still have a lot of people that are pretty loyal to this series. I do think we're getting really close to an update, though. I'm actually kind of curious. I know there's a lot of vehicle stuff that's about to happen. From what I've heard, and I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. I hope they refine these things, maybe add new vehicles. I got a couple ideas of vehicles I'd like to see. I was going to say another muscle car, but I think the game pretty much has, between the Firebird and the Mustang, it's pretty covered. I mean, a Charger would be kind of cool to see. But as far as other vehicles, man, oh, geez, okay, hon. Getting a little bit on the squirrely side. I like the vans. That's the other vehicle I was talking about. That's one that I don't have right now. Let me search this place out real quick. But yeah, I think the van's always a really cool one. But I'd like to see more hatchbacks. Maybe something similar to the GTR. And then maybe something just crazy. Maybe something super obscure, kind of like the Tucker is, because the Tucker is probably still one of the most unique vehicles in the game. So I'd like to see something like that. Well, isn't this odd? I feel like I keep finding this car in the same spot every time. I'm not complaining. Trust me. Also, look at this bumper. This isn't the bumper I'm looking for, but it's pretty cool. Do you have the mirror? I mean, if you have the side mirror, I wouldn't mind trying to knock this thing out now. That is not a thing. Okay, somebody explain to me. How do you have 2 back doors? Like, how's that a thing? Also, how do none of these have dashes in them? Let's search the stop out, though. It's not to say that there might be some more pieces maybe buried in this spot, or the stops maybe around back. What is this? Wait a minute. This looks like an exhaust. You know, I've never seen this before. I know they added exhaust, but I thought it was just crazy ones. This looks like the most sane exhaust in the game. It's definitely not one of the ridiculous ones. Wait, that's exhaust. Yeah, it's an add-on to the exhaust. Where is the exhaust in the... Ooh. I was hoping attached to the van. I'd like to hear this thing run. Where is the exhaust? Where does it spill out? Maybe a side? You know, honestly, I don't see the exhaust in here. I'm going to carry this, though. I've never seen one of these. I mean, if I have, I probably just passed it over, but I've never seen one of these. I'm going to put that in the back. There we go. Also, is that still... Oh, my goodness, I had a red with me. All right, hold on. Let's finish this up real quick. Completely red. Yeah, I completely forgot I packed one of these, so I want to get this thing one universal color here. Also, there is a divider in here I need to paint. I'm gonna go ahead and paint that red too. I had to check. I remember they put antennas in this stop sometimes, but I don't know if they swap them out. Do that. We'll run around back here in a second and see if we can find any more parts. But, I mean, we're finding the right cars. We're not necessarily finding the right parts, but I'm still happy that the game's being generous, at least. At least it feels like it is. Just keep searching, though. Oh, my goodness. It's like the more I drive, the VW gets more and more unstable in the back. I will be so happy to get rid of this thing, but we are so close. It's like literally like 2 or 3 parts away, and then it's done. It would be, I'm going to be really embarrassed when the last part that I need is going to turn out to be that dash. You know, the dash that I cleaned and left at the stop that I cleaned it at a couple episodes ago. Yeah, that dash. Hold on. What do we got here? We got the truck. All right, I'll search this stop out just to see if there's anything, maybe around back. And then I'll report in if I find anything. If not, we will head to the next stop. Just kind of clicking them off one at a time here. Oh, she's getting a little squirrely. You know, sometimes I feel bad because I don't seem like I cover a lot of ground each episode if you look at like the kilometers traveled. But the whole fact that I've been stopping at most of these stops and like slowly walking around them, we're going to do it again with this one. I don't think we're going to find anything. There's a trailer, there's a truck, there is a GTR to the left. But let me search this one out, and then there's a couple more that I could see from the road up here. Maybe we could find that front bumper. That would be lovely if we could. Okay, those 2 stops were a bust. Man, you know, we started out so good here. I want one more good stop, one more part. It's like the game, you got to keep playing. It's like one more part, please. Just give me one more freaking part. I'm getting a lot of trucks right now. The game seems to be spamming those at me. Which I'm not going to complain. They're good vehicles, but I don't need one right now. Hold on, let me stop over here. I'm going to search through this parts pile. But yeah, I'm just hoping for one more. I guess I don't want to say I'm not going to finish this car, because you never know. What is that? There's something that, oh, I caught it. It looks like a truck light. Yeah, it's one of the truck headlights. This is a truck door, correct? Yeah, okay. I'll search through this real quick, but yeah, still searching for several parts, still hoping to find or finish the BW. Honestly, I feel like this is what loot boxes feel like for certain people. You know, the people that always buy the loot boxes, like, oh, I just got to get one more item. Like, I feel like that's what this is, except for you just have to buy the game, and it doesn't, you know, expect you to buy loot boxes with real money. Like, I feel like the loot boxes are the freaking stops, and it's just like, oh, am I going to find that part that I'm looking for here? I don't know. It's like one of the most addicting gameplay loops. The long drive, oh, getting a little lag here. The long drive has a similar loop, except for the long drive also hasn't been updated since last year. I really hope, and I get people asking me all the time, well, where's the long drive at? Where's the long drive? There's another truck here. The long drive is going to come back when we finally get something to do in it. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, the modders were great, and, you know, they have tons of awesome things, but it's the game itself. It's so sad not seeing updates for it. I know they're still working on it, so I'm not giving up on it, but you got to be patient with it. Oh, did you look at that? We got ourselves a van on the road here. Nice. Is that, hold on, that might be, oh, I thought that was a radiator. That also looks like a rear seat. I was hoping maybe that was the front seat. All right, let's check it out real quick. Hey, there's no zombies over here. I haven't encountered any of those today. Is there anything I can rip off this? Oh, there's a light here. There's a reason they put this light here. Is this is there like a dome light? I need to look at the parts list again, but I feel like, oh, there is a light here, but this is not the correct one. This light might go to something. I'm going to put that in there for now. You got any interior, like floorboard pieces, dash pieces? There's not a lot on this one. This is another vehicle that always seems to consistently have 5 of the 81 parts when you find them in the wild. I hope that's something they redo a little bit. Because honestly, I feel like some of the scrap vehicles should have more chances to find parts. There is something so small in here. Is that... I feel like this is one of the rear lights. I think I have these, actually. Right? I think it's... Yeah, it's one of those small ones. It's just not cleaned off. I'll take it just in case I miss something. Wait a minute. What are these? What are these? There's side lights on here. I need to figure out what those are. You know, I've never seen that. Wait, I've got them on there, right? Is that already on? I see. Okay, see, I have a solid white circle here. Why is this not solid white? I can't detach a part though, right? Huh? Okay, that's a little confusing. Somebody might be able to explain that. Yeah, it's just a matter of finding some parts for these things. We made some really good progress, though. I will say we're so close to getting rid of the VW, which it's going to be great when I can do that. Get some more stability back in the vehicle. But yeah, we're going to keep trucking here. I like the van life. I definitely want to customize it after we get the OEM one. Maybe do some stuff with the back. As soon as it's OEM, I might actually rip the seats out and like set some stuff up back here, kind of like what we did in the long drive, because honestly, it's like a cool little living quarter. So I hope to get to do that in the future. Thank you guys for all the love and support. We'll see you guys next time on Drive Beyond Horizons.